Hello, everybody. I hope you had a good lunch and hope that you're not going to fall asleep now in the afternoon like it happens in many conferences. So, my name is Mariola. I work in many different countries, many different companies for variety of reasons. And Marty is my digital child. I called him to come and help me because um, when I start doing the presentation, of course, I'm modern. I'm actually one of those dinosaurs that are going to die soon, but I still love technology. Sometimes I don't like to use them because either the password is not working or the chatbot is talking to me something not correct. However, I started doing the presentation let's say a week ago or something, and then I found out that actually I know nothing. And I thought it's no problem. I tuck, I will do something. And then I said, okay, let's Mariola, you have to be modern. What do? You just send to ChatGPT and ChatGPT creates the presentation for you and it's easy. So I got about 50 slides from ChatGPT. I thought, great, I don't need to do a lot. So I just read it diagonally. Tak, 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 tak. Yeah, it makes sense what ChatGPT is saying, telling me. And and then I send it to some people in the IT industry. Probably nobody really reads the presentation, but they say, oh, great presentation, great presentation. So yesterday we arrived with Marty in the hotel, and it was a good point. I had the feeling I must be the evening before in presentation, not coming today. So I was reading. I thought, huh? What is this ChatGPT telling me now? What is the structure of this sentence? Something is wrong. Marty, help. So he was helping until 3 o'clock in the morning, somehow a little bit to structure it. So I can tell you, don't trust just ChatGPT because it's not always, of course, it will help you to do some structure, but I have the feeling that this ChatGPT has even English language from Shakespeare. Sometimes I think, my God, where is this word? I have never heard this one. I don't know how they are learning those GPT and these machines and so on. So let's continue. Of course, during my round table, you can ask me a lot of questions. The agenda today is artificial intelligence versus child, AI pitfalls, case studies. I have safeguarding strategies and recommendations. Some slides I will jump over because we have seen this morning wonderful presentation, and I've actually, it's like in every conference, sometimes the topics they're covering each other, overlapping each other. So we know that AI becomes a part in every process. It's essential to understand the AI weak points because we were very enthusiastic, let's say 10, 15 years ago. I said, yeah, we go now. We will cut 60% of our staff. We save money and so on. And now we see actually it's not what we thought some couple of years ago. And we need some improvements. The real danger is not that AI becomes too intelligent, but sometimes we trust it too much without understanding what is behind the AI. And this is what we don't understand. We just say, okay, we put some data, but what data we put? What are we going to export, like the bretzel? We put bretzel and then we got bretzel out. So, of course, I did my study about what ChatGPT says about artificial intelligence, and I found that there is a kind of a research from Massachusetts Institute that's say 95% of the organization are getting zero return. Trust me, it's official data. It's not that's only ChatGPT. I checked it. This was published in many websites, not only that ChatGPT said. And actually, when I was discussing yesterday with Marty, he said, yes, but the 5% that they earn billions. So there are companies that really earn a lot, but there are many that actually are not doing very well. One of the blogs explains how prediction errors can lead to real monetary cost, and it's about the predictive maintenance, where we have false positives, predicting a failure that doesn't occur, or false negatives, missing a real approaching failure. And this is something, if you are implementing predictive AI, be careful. Just check it many times. Of course, there are different studies. One of them was from Fraunhofer Institute, highlighting that the AI systems, especially predictive models again, those that are in financial losses, especially in the predictive communication, they may be overhyped. They want that using, they warn, yeah, that using AI to predict the future in media and social trends often fails for whatever reason. I'm not deep IT person. I'm kind of the middleman between the end client and the developers. I don't understand AI, and I understood that I really don't understand what is behind. So some people, a lot of forums about the risk management, the data poisoning, privacy leakage, bias amplification. You can find a lot where it's like a university in internet. So, but then I thought, why should I only trust ChatGPT and Google and all these search machines? Let me go and ask some companies, which I know that are implementing AI. So it's what companies are saying. We are concerned about the proprietary information, like our software source code, what can be uploaded to the online AI platforms, and what and how can be shared with the online paid models to avoid compromising our intellectual property. Probably you're also facing this problem. Other company, we experimented with local offline models, but found that they perform worse than the online versions, and they are hardware intensive and need extremely powerful computers that are not feasible and very costly. And electricity bill is very high. The information is not as comprehensive and up-to-date as the online models like Grok, Cloud, ChatGPT, and you name them all. Other company says, one issue we found is the reliability. Sometimes the AI is not aware of its mistakes. But that's stubborn. It insists on the correctness of its performance while the answer is wrong. Look like a chat. I say this and everybody has to follow me. This is sometimes when the AI is wrong. Other company says AI allows over automation of judgment that cannot be always controlled. Other company had problems with the fragility and hidden dependencies. And other company had issues with the data and privacy risk. So this is now where I got Marty, because when I talk to some people, say, oh, don't call me now, I'm learning the model, I'm teaching whatever. And then I thought, oh, then it's easy. You can teach the model the same way how you teach the child. So I called Marty and said, can you please help me how we do this process, and can we have a comparison between artificial intelligence and child?
Thank you. And that's a global misconception that most of the normal people have. This is Chappie. That's the main character from a movie from 2015, I think. I don't know if any of you have seen it. The main idea of the movie was that this police robot was implanted with a new AI model that simulated a human brain, and it started from nothing, learning exactly like a child. There are also many movies that explore this theme, but in reality, we still don't have models learning like we do. And that's what I'm gonna talk about, that AI is not a digital child that we can raise, so to speak. I'm gonna compare them across different fields like cognition, learning, embodiment, morality, and creativity. And we'll see where they are similar and where they differentiate from one another. As nature of mind, children and people have conscious, self-aware mind. They have subjective, embodied experiences, and they go through the mental development as they grow up. AI, on the other hand, is a computational pattern processor. It sees only ones and zeros. Yeah, that's on the lowest level. We can abstract from this, but at the end of the day, it still sees only ones and zeros. It doesn't have intentional self. It can't tell you what's right, what's wrong, without you telling it. How they know things? As we said it, the children have embodied experiences. They learn from their mistakes. We as grown-ups are there to teach them, but also they teach themselves. If a kid falls on the ground, it knows that this was a mistake because it is hurt. In AI, we don't have this. In AIs, we have only statistical patterns that are based on the data we've trained it on. So it can't understand that it's wrong.
Can I ask a question?
Yes?
AI, if you look at a robot, which is also AI, or a particular AI system, robots can learn by reinforcement learning through experience. So they can experience sensory measurements and use them to improve their further action. So that would be one example where also an AI learns from experience. And about the conscience thing, okay, that's a long topic, but there are different opinions, to my knowledge, whether this may be possible. That you can say AI can never have conscience. Self-learning system or consciousness. I mean, consciousness may be a strong statement.
No, I'm not saying that it won't be possible in the near or far future. I'm saying that we don't have such systems now that learn like we do.
There are systems that can be self-learning system. This method of reinforcement learning, reward identity, they are learning. So child is falling down, hurts, learn, AI with a chess game, lose, learn. It's the same penalty. Here it's hurting, here is losing, system learns, child learns.
Yes,
this
but
method is already established and it's already 30 years old. So
yes,
it's not something new. Yeah.
but that's failure that we defined already. When a kid falls and no one taught him that falling is wrong, it's still hurting, and understand that it probably won't do it again voluntarily. Okay. The child undergoes major development stages. During the puberty, as we all know, the kids are getting a little unpredictable. They are neuroplastic and constantly evolving. And they experience emotional, moral, and social growth, where the AI is fixed after training. And again, I say there is reinforcement learning, but that's predefined by the developers. That's not something that's
The boundaries are defined.
yeah, exactly.
We will discuss this. Please come to our table. We don't have time.
Okay. For intentionality and motivation, the child has intentions, curiosity that drives him to learn. and also have goals. It's also capable of reflection and making free choices. AI had no intrinsic goals. It has the goals that we put in it. It doesn't have desires. It may appear intentional, but that's per our design. And the meaning that it comes from its words, it comes from us, not from it, because that's just statistics talking. For creativity, the child creates from imagination and emotion, while AI is using statistical combinations and variations to make something that looks new but has no meaning behind it. And that's the point that we can take from this slide. Personification, the child learns through body and senses, through pain, through pleasure. It has embodied cognition, while the AI is disembodied. We can put however much sensors we want in it. It still won't have emotions, as I said, to this date. For moral and social dimensions, we can go through the slide. I also can say that ChatGPT can't, for example, ChatGPT can be put in a box about the morals. It can have restrictions about what it's talking about, but it's influenced by the data it is trained on. And here we have a little bit of same kind of thinking, I would say, that whatever we teach morally for our kids, that's the same like whatever we, okay, that's like the data we give to the AI. For error and adaptation, the child learns from failures, while the AI learns from reinforcement learning that need to be started from someone. It needs to be defined. It has brittle errors and no long-term self-correction. And as final summary, the child is conscious. It has embodied experience. It has moral and imagination. It grows, transforms, creates meaning about the things around itself, and from it emerges autonomous mind that can think for itself, while for AI it's pattern-based, disembodied, it's non-conscious, and it's a tool for computation and imitation at the moment. AI imitates intelligence, a child develops one, and that's the fundamental difference between them. Thank you.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time. Let me show you the film.
Automated systems already make decisions for our teams, but the responsibility remains human. We need active AI owners, not passive observers in the control room. In 2022, an airline chatbot promised compensation it never should have done. Nevertheless, the airline had to pay for it. That's what happens when we forget that AI isn't a child learning right from wrong. It has no intuition, no morals, just data. It speaks like a human, but understands like a parrot. And when a parrot gives you the wrong answer, it's annoying. When a chatbot does it, it can cost you millions. When a clinical tool hallucinates, the risk is not theoretical. Patient safety relies on clear boundaries, verified sources, and accountable medical sign-off. The same model can be dangerous or helpful, depending on who trains it. The goals of its owners and the quality of its data sets shape how its power impacts real people. Automation will not carry our responsibility.
Okay, so I see that there is no time. We can discuss on my round table, but basically I'm talking, I have some case studies about mistakes by implementing AI. So the world is not that good and nice as we think. Make a business study before you say, okay, let's do whatever AI implementation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.